Hello everyone, Neil Tappin here from Golf Monthly and welcome to Burnham and Barrow Golf Club here in the southwest of the UK, where today we will be looking at the new rules of golf for 2019. As I'm sure you're aware, there are a whole host of changes that will be coming into play from the 1st of January to make the game a little bit faster to play, the rules a little bit easier to understand, and to sort of modernise them and make them as fair as possible in the modern world. And those are the rules that we will be playing in this round of golf. So we will be doing 3-minute golf ball searches. We're also going to adopt the local rule that means that if you hit the ball out of bounds, you can take a drop near where the ball crossed the boundary of the golf course. We're going to be putting with the flags in, taking out loose impediments in bunkers, mending any marks that there might be on the green on the line of putt. All of those things related to the new rules of golf, we'll be testing them out here today, putting them through their paces, and hopefully feeding back to you some of the findings that we've had from this round of golf. Right, let's get out there and give them a go. Right, so we've had the chance to put the new rules of golf through their paces, and we played yesterday. We sat down in the clubhouse afterwards and we went through some of the sort of key talking points, which I'm going to go through with you now, starting with the new 3-minute search time for a ball that's in danger of being lost. And I think for everybody around the table last night, everyone felt like it was a really good idea. For the majority of the time, you'll know whether you're likely to find your ball within the first 30 seconds of arriving in the area that you've hit it into. And the difference between 3 and 5 minutes actually isn't going to make much difference to how many golf balls that you find, I think. Ultimately, the only time where the change might get slightly annoying is when you have a slightly inexplicable lost ball. So you hit your ball into the rough and you haven't maybe got a good line on it off the tee, or it was a blind shot or something, and you don't know quite exactly where it's gone and you're searching. And I suspect in that scenario 3 minutes will go very quickly, and there might be a few instances where that costs you a shot. But on the whole, we felt like the 3-minute search time was a really positive introduction that is really going to make a difference to the pace of play. No need for anyone to carry around any stopwatches, we'd hope, but do be conscious of the fact that the search time has come down. The next one to talk about is this new option that golf clubs will have of introducing a local rule that gives people an extra option when they lose a golf ball. Right, so let's say that you're standing on the first tee and you've hit your tee shot out to the right and there's out of bounds up the right hand side. In that scenario, you don't then automatically have to hit another one. You can walk up the hole, come out to the edge of the fairway, or right in the vicinity of where the ball crossed the line of the golf course, and you get a little bit of leeway there, but you can drop the ball effectively on the edge of the fairway and play from there under a penalty of 2 strokes. The R&A and USGA are not introducing this local rule for everybody all of the time. It's something that you'll have to check to see whether it's in play. And they don't expect it to be used in any high-level competitions, but it is the sort of thing that can make a difference to amateur-level golf, and it could help to speed play up. And we thought it was a positive thing. However, there was a bit of confusion when it came to lost balls around the green. Here at Burnham and Barrow, there is an awful lot of trouble around the greens. And one of the guys I played with yesterday, Sam, on 2 separate occasions had hit shots into greens that found some really nasty areas where we didn't find his ball. And in that scenario, we walked up there thinking, well, if we don't find it, we'll have a dropping option. But actually, you're not allowed to drop nearer the hole, which meant that effectively we didn't have a dropping option. And so that Sam would have had to have gone back to the fairway to hit another one from where he'd hit the previous shot. That would have been his option. It's something worth bearing in mind if you are playing under that local rule. It's only a small thing, but again, if you get it wrong, it might end up slowing down play when actually the rule is designed to speed things up. The other thing to emphasise is that it is a 2-shot penalty, not a 1-shot penalty. So people might feel like it's the same rule that relates to what are becoming penalty areas as opposed to hazards. It's not. It's a 2-shot penalty. So if you have hit your ball out of bounds, you can drop the ball on the side of the fairway, but you have to take 2 extra shots for that. We felt that was, on the whole, it was a fair addition to the rules. The next thing to talk about is the dropping procedure itself. So from 2019, instead of dropping at shoulder height as before, you'll drop at knee height. Now, this was done to help speed up play, because by dropping from slightly lower to the ground, the ball shouldn't roll out of the zone that you've marked out for a drop. So that does make sense. The problem we found yesterday is it's quite easy to hit yourself. When you're dropping from knee height, bending down with your hand down next to your knee, it's quite easy for the ball just to ricochet off something off the ground and then bounce into you. Just be careful of that. Especially if you're dropping on a side slope, just make sure that you're standing on the correct side. Otherwise, the ball is likely to hit you. The next thing to talk about is the rules related to the putting green, and the first thing is the putting with the flag in. Guys, if you haven't seen it already, we have produced a video already about putting with the flag in from 2019. I urge you to kind of have a look at that. We did a bit of a kind of a look at that rule specifically, but I'll say, having used that rule here yesterday, it does help speed play up. I'm pretty confident from my own personal perspective that it helped me putt from longer range and get the distance right a little bit more consistently. It gets a little more complicated from shorter range, and the negative feedback we had amongst our group was that one of the three balls we had out on the golf course, one of the guys wanted the flag in all of the time and one of the guys wanted the flag out all of the time, and that was creating a bit of a dance between the two players where the flag was in and out and in and out, and actually it was slowing down play. This rule is not designed to slow the pace of play down, and in that scenario I think one of the players, probably the guy that wants it out all of the time, has to compromise, or they come to an agreement between themselves that once they get within 10 feet of the flat hole, they take the flag out, something like that. I would suggest that was the most sensible way to go. I don't think there's any changes to the rule needed, but I do think that people might need a little bit of common sense on that front just to keep pace of play moving. The other one was tapping down spike marks or any imperfections on the green, on the line of your putt. It's one of those that some people, I think, in the past have felt like this might create situations where people are doing an awful lot of gardening on the greens. Now, granted, here at Burnham and Barrow, the greens are pretty much perfect, but there were occasions where it was really beneficial just to tap down a little spike mark. It wasn't slowing play down, it wasn't getting in the way, but it was making the game. It did feel like it was making the game slightly fairer. So on the whole, I think the whole of the Golf Monthly team felt that was a really positive addition to the rules of golf. Guys, thank you very much for watching. As I said at the beginning, please do leave comments below. Let us know what you think about the changes to this rule book. So this is coming down from around about 175 pages, the Players Edition, down to about 125 pages. They are trying to make this as easy for people to understand. They're trying to make the game as fair as possible and a little bit faster to play. And we would say that we think the R&A and the USGA have done a really good job of that. However, please do leave comments below. We'd be really interested to hear your thoughts. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you've liked the video, please do hit the like button. Otherwise, from here, from Burnham and Barrow, it's goodbye.